baby hair, stop. Whatever the hell you're doing, because oh my god, yes, I'm competing with a chicken, because oh my god, I discovered Malcolm Gladwell. I've been seriously overlooking him, but wow, today I'm even just going to stop and I'm going to sit down. I'm going to need to walk to do this review. Guys, that chicken, hey. So that book, I started reading Outliers because, okay, just if you follow her on IG, the girl from Money Mondays, she's been praising that book, and I said, oh, let me check it out. I feel bad. Okay, no, I hate self-help books. You know, those books that tell you consistency, persistence, joy, whatnot. I don't like those books because I think they usually lie to us. But then I met Malcolm. Hey, my friends, let me just break that book for you. Oh my god. Okay, I think the chicken has kept quiet now. So, have you ever... Okay, let me tell you for starters, I'll just say it here. I've always thought that Nzenga Karume's story of selling charcoal to become a billionaire was just a lie. Like, I have a friend who sells charcoal, serious supplier of charcoal, like, and akona number like polisi kwa barabara just in case kuna crackdown anaambiwa. But he's not a billionaire. Okay, he has money, but not that money. Like, it doesn't make sense that for you to just do that and become a billionaire. So I've always thought that's a flaw, and like there's something that we're not being told. Obviously, we always say that, and even my sister and I, we usually talk of how I happen to know some influencers, and one comes from a very well-off family. So when she starts vlogging, it's, she's not coming from a point of, where I'm coming from, like 0 followers, 0 experience. Like, she knows so much, she's been exposed to so much. So when she's doing a vlog, she has more experience. That's why she will work with international brands. And so when the Outliers, basically it tells you that history ya kuambia watu ni self-made billionaires, history ya watu kutuambia they're self-made billionaires, that's a lie. It's not true. There's no such thing as self-made billionaires. You can't wake up today and the way me I am today and then tomorrow I become a billionaire. It's a lie. Like, so basically Outliers is a book that tells us of people who are different, but they're different because their circumstances and their environments provided the perfect environment for them to be different. I think there's so many examples he puts in there, and he tells you, like Bill Gates, the way people like to say, oh, Bill Gates dropped out of Harvard to start his own company, let me drop out of school. He tells you, by the way, that's not the real story. He rags to riches story. No. There's so many aspects of that his story that people don't tell you. For example, now I'm going to give the examples, but first let's define first what he says is an outlier. Hi. Oh my god, guys, content creation is hard. And it's hard for me. Okay, it's always hard for everybody, but it's hard for me, not because I don't have the content, but because I just don't have the time. I thought I'd be sitting somewhere bougie with a background library holding a book. So I'm just going to do the review here because time waits for no man. So anyway, I was saying about the book Outliers, and here's the thing. I was defining for you what an outlier is. It's somebody who's so different, so special, and they're so particular. They're so different from their generation, from the society, that there's an interest to them, like geniuses, chefs. There's a reason like why they are different. So let me read an excerpt of those catchy things that got me in Outliers, and why this book is so important to you, especially you who was born from 1985 to 1995. I saw a thread. I'm going to link it down to the description box. Like, you should go and read it because it's so important. You're going to discover why it's important for you to be born in a certain year for you to be successful. So, okay, actually, let me even just say, because I'm on this point. For example, there's a guy, I know him because, I watch I watched Blind Spot, so I used to know so much about the internet, who controls the internet and stuff. And so there's a guy called Bill Joy, like that's the father of internet. Together with Bill Gates, those guys, and together with the head of Microsoft, forgetting his other name, those guys were born in a specific time period of the 50s and the 60s where software development was coming of age. And so if you are not born within that period, if you're born in the 40s or in the 70s, you didn't have a chance of being a Bill Gates right now. And so Outliers shows that even the year you're born, it matters. The year you're born matters. The background of your family matters. He even touches on like lawyers, successful lawyers back then in New York. The reason you'd find that the most successful lawyers are actually Jews. And it's not because they're Jews that they're successful. It's because of the situations that caused them to be successful. Let me even take an example. Like the lawyers, I can't explain because now you won't go and read the book, but it even matters your background. So let me read an excerpt that just caught my eye, and I hope it's going to be inspiring to you. So I'm holding things here. Only God knows. Thank God for physics. It says, biologists often talk about the ecology of an organism. The tallest oak in the forest is the tallest, not just because it grew from the hardiest acorn. It is the tallest also because no other trees blocked its sunlight. The soil around it was deep and rich. No rabbit chewed through its bark as a sapling, and no lumberjack cut it down before it matured. So the tallest tree is not the tallest because it's tall. It's because there are certain environments that created it for it to be tall. And and that's why successful people are not successful. That you're because you're self-made. There are certain situations in your life that contributed an environment for you to thrive in, and that's why it says. And he says, actually, Malcolm says. So Malcolm says is something. Okay, he brought it to my attention. Sociologists, there's something that they call accumulative advantage, and this is where. It is those who are successful who are most likely given the kinds of special opportunities that lead to further success. That's accumulative advantage. It's the rich who gets the biggest tax break. It's the best students who gets the best teaching and more hours. And it's the kids from rich families who get more advantages. So there's an accumulative advantage. So there are special opportunities that you will never get exposed to, and it's basically because of where you were born. Seriously. But now I'm going to talk about something else. His other book that I'm reading, David and Goliath, he challenges also that. But for now, he says the kind of environment you're exposed to, there's an accumulative advantage. For someone who has gone to the best private schools, it's easy for you to sit down for your SATs and just go to Harvard. For the one who is in public school, even before you know what SATs are, how do you even know how to apply to Harvard? Like, that's accumulative advantage. And I don't know if you've ever read like something that about 10,000 hours. Actually, that's Malcolm Gladwell's theory that for you to be good at anything in this world, you have to put in 10,000 working hours. Like, you have to do this thing for 10,000 hours before we can say you're good. And he gives oh my god, the wind is so nice right now, but it's blocking my sound. But so that theory is by Malcolm, and everybody who was successful, here's the thing, they put in the 10,000 working hours, but not everybody can put in the 10,000 working hours. If you come from a disadvantaged background, imagine you have to work while you school yourself, while there's someone who all he has to do is just work and not school himself because he's not doing like let me face. If you come from a privileged background, you have more time to put into your skill as opposed to somebody who is educating someone else who has no time for himself. So that's this thing about 10,000 working hours. Everybody has to put it for you to reach your maximum potential. And so by the time you become successful, you're not successful because you happened that day. It's because you put in 10,000 working hours. Like, that's a theory that I saw. Like, it's a working theory, and not for everyone, and not everybody can do it. And so, like, if you want to to know why people. And so if you want to debunk and to call out people who say they're self-made millionaires, this is the best book. If you want to grow, even right now, if you think you want to, like, it made me want to consider the time period I want to have kids. Like, you start calculating if you want your kids to be, especially now you're talking about Canada, the way sports, there's a period where kids who are born at a certain date are advantaged. And so even for how it applies to our situation, I can tell you, we, as I said, the guys who've been born from 85 to 95, we have the advantage where we have old school traditions and a new school mentality. And so we are in the perfect era because right now the future is heading to technology through and through. And so it's up to you right now to gain as much knowledge about technology as you can, because in 10 years time you're going to be a billionaire if you harness your skill, if you do 10,000 working hours on whatever thing you're going to do right now. And so whatever you do, it has to be incorporated in technology, like, because that's the future. And so 10 years from now, you're going to be a billionaire if you put in the work. So we are in the right period, right era, because guys who have been born in the 2000s, they know so much about technology. But here's the thing, not everybody can be Charlie D'Amelio. Like, you have still 1.2 billion followers on TikTok. So there are those special people who have been born into this period and they will become successful. But then for us, because of the background, traditions we have and the mentality we have, it's going to work out. So if you really want to look at success at a different perspective, this is the